Hello, Star Wars Legion players, and welcome to Rogue Group Workshop. I'm your host, Lieutenant Horn, with a Terrain Short. If you enjoy my content, please remember to like and subscribe. Comments are always welcome. Today, I will be presenting the AT-AT Walker by McAnulty Miniatures. This model is free to download, and the link can be found in the description below. This model used 2 kilograms of filament and had a 2.5-day print time over 14 plates. As you can see, the main body is split into 3 parts. You also have the head, the neck, the belly, which is also split into 3 parts, and each of the leg assemblies, which you'll have to print 4 times each. There's also alternate feet that you can download from other sources that fit this model, with the feet being about 25% larger and more to scale with the rest of the model. I didn't discover this until after I had printed this ATST, assembled and painted it, but at this point it's too late for me to change them, and the model still looks fantastic even with the slight scale discrepancy. Now, this is a showpiece terrain, and that'll bring all eyes to the table. This is a fantastic terrain piece to catch other people's attention and bring them to your table to introduce them to the game of Star Wars Legion. This has been used at my local gaming store about a half a dozen times. Every time that we put it on the table, we have at least half a dozen people come up to the table and ask about the game. And so this is a great tool if you're looking to grow your Star Wars Legion gaming community in your area. Now, this model is also fully posable from the waist down, being fully posable here, 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 and here. Now, I chose to have the left legs vertical and the right legs spread out to simulate a walking motion. This also opens up the bottom area so that vehicles and other terrain can be placed underneath the AT-AT to make it the battlefield more dynamic. As you can see, I've got the AAT underneath. That just shows just how much space there is just between the 2 vertical legs. Also, in doing this, the vast majority of the weight is placed on the 2 vertical legs, making those the load-bearing legs, and the right 2 legs that are spread out are the support. So this is a very stable piece. You can see that it's wobbling, but it's never been at threat of being bumped or tipped over. When you glue this, you will want to make certain that you support the upper body and that the glue is fully cured before you put weight on it. I would also be very careful leaving this out in any hot environment, as PLA does tend to deform in heat. I left this in 90 plus degree temperatures for about 5 minutes, and when I pulled it out, the legs had deformed ever so slightly, and I had to heat them up with a hair dryer to straighten them out. Now, this is a tall model, and it's almost 20 inches in height. I've put Darth Vader down here in the bottom left just to show you what the minis will look like in front and around the feet. I have an ATST there to show the scale with one of the tallest vehicles in Star Wars Legion. I've got Veers up on top of the head just to show you just, again, how large this model is. And I've already covered the AAT sitting there underneath. This is a fantastic terrain piece. It is actually my favorite terrain piece of especially for the larger ones, because it does not provide much in the way of cover for the game. So we have a lot of heavy cover here around the feet, but it's just not large. So you don't have line of sight blocking for vehicles. You barely have line of sight blocking for emplacement troopers, and only for the small ones like the Shore Trooper mortar or the Mark II laser cannon for the Rebels. It's really great to have this out there because you can add other terrain in there, and it usually draws the fights for the commanders and operatives to duke it out underneath the AT-AT. So again, fantastic model. It's free to print. It takes a while, but it just looks great on the table. And I have been very happy with this in our games. And that's all for this episode. Be sure to check out my other videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe.